Down it on is still wild. Like I'm Kevin. Might as well get straight into it.
What is that melody?
Yo, why the hell these old people just be getting sturdy, dog?
They really went 2 for 2 with the openings. Got another banger for the books. But yeah, Dan Dan season 2. You always gotta check out at least the first episode. And not gonna lie, y'all might get weekly Kev back. Haven't done that since the JJK days, but alongside Dan and Dan are like 4 other shows dropping all in July. So
Yeah, buddy.
anyways, before we get into season 2, quick little recap of how we got here in the first place.
Hold on, let me turn this down.
So after the whole battle in the school was over, this guy named Gigi put up to their house, and turns out him and Momo were childhood friends. But Saiko just wanted to be messy because she was like, yeah, that's
Yo, I really like the character designs for this show though, especially the granny.
also Momo's first crush. She had no reason to say that. Did you hear me, Okaroon? I said
That's
that's her
good,
first
Emarina.
crush. Like she liked him a lot. And if I was Okaroon, I'd be mad too. Nobody was on the court before. He can take as many shots as he wants and still get the ball back. But now that this guy's in the
That
picture,
nigga out
he gotta play
CTE, not
defense.
for real.
But real quick, Ira got that shit on. Anytime I see a good fit, I gotta call it out. And I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but I'd rather see an MC with a different fit every day than wear the same thing over and over. But the reason Gigi's here is because he thinks his house is haunted. His parents even hired 5 spirit mediums, but 3 of them ended up killing themselves. And the other people he contacted all told him that Saiko is the only person who can help. But
why half it? It's a crazy frame I pause. It's a crazy frame I pause on. Anyway,
unlucky for him,
why half of them oral farming inside their pictures? Look at this nigga and look at that. Y'all know y'all see that person taking the picture of y'all.
Contacted all told him that Saiko is the only person who can help. But unlucky for him, Saiko is a normal grandma outside the city. She can't use her powers anywhere else, so she told Momo to take care of it. So they arrived.
She bad as hell though. She ain't normal at all.
Might be the best dressed right now. Usually it's Momo. He's stepping his game up.
The nerd swag.
She looked around, found nothing. So she said she's going to the hot spring.
Hot springs, bitches! Yeah! Wait!
And that brings us back here. And as much as I like the show, they're always on some shit. We had the 3 freaked out Mr. Beans in the first episode, and now it's honestly, it's just straight up 5 PDF files. There's no joking your way out of this. I'm not gonna lie, some of these authors need their computers checked.
FBI?
Yeah, buddy.
Him.
Because if you think Dan and Dan is bad, watch something like Mushoku Tensei. The MC in that show is a weirdo. More than a weirdo, actually. He's a 40-year-old man in a 16-year-old body. That whole isekai thing, right? But he's attracted to, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that nigga got ED because of a... Never mind, bro. That's a convo for a whole nother day.
Yeah, buddy.
That show makes Dan and Dan look tame. So she just ends up exploding the pipe system or something like that, and then the whole building came crashing down. Shout out to Turbo Granny with the assist. So then Momo asked her if she felt anything weird inside the house, and she said, oh, absolutely. Something's wrong with that house. The walls, the floors, every inch of it is soaked in blood. And then...
So why she didn't expose herself when she was inside the house? Why she sit in the bag the whole way through while they was chilling though? I appreciate that, finest. She said maybe she just wanted to make it to the hot spring. Like, she did say she went there for the hot spring, but sitting inside a cold bag all that time, how the hell could you breathe?
We see that Okaroon and Gigi found his hidden room in the house.
Holy crap, a secret room! Should we check it out?
Hell no. Are you crazy?
Yeah,
I just thought we should see if the ghost was there. And then what? You're gonna politely ask it to leave? You don't have powers. I ain't going in there with you.
Momo, you won't believe...
I would have been out of there, buddy.
Yeah, that's definitely not Momo. And they're eating up a feast. I hope y'all brought this from your own house. And turns out this family runs the town. So they're letting Gigi live here for free since his parents aren't doing well. But even so, that don't mean you can eat my groceries. It isn't cheap out here anymore. But they was like, hey, next time you leave, you better tell us before you go.
Yo, this is what you call super chopped. Bro, her eyebrows connect like the McDonald's arch. What the hell is that?
And that boy better not be another medium you brought to this house. And don't go lying to me, boy. It would be
girl
such a
pull out
shame
the
if I
blick.
was, you know, hunting, and for some reason a boy jumped in my line of sight. It will be such a tragedy. Now, first of all, where were you hiding that 12 gauge?
Yeah, she
They
pulled out on her
gave
hip.
us multiple angles of you and there was no shotgun in sight. What, you had it under the cushions? And then this officer walked in and no surprise, they got him on payroll.
The only person
not
with a normal
word
color.
about the boy getting held at gunpoint, and to make it worse, he got these PDF files out of jail. Ain't no way. So he walks up on Gigi and was like, so who's this? Your friend? If you're really his friend, then what's his favorite soccer team?
When they pull up in the house and they pull up on Gigi, I was surprised they were speaking normally. I really thought they was like aliens or stuff like that, but I feel like they just brainwash and program like cult like, and they turn gray because they worshiping that stupid demon or whatever hell that is, that worm underground.
You asked the easiest
They just
question
weird.
possible. It's whatever team LeBron is on.
What's wrong with these people though? Why they keep
Now,
making
if
mixes
he
to the
would've
song,
asked
bro?
what his birthday is, I would have been doomed. I've known some of my homeboys for like 8 years and still don't know their birthday. I know the month,
That's how
but the
niggas roll.
day, hell nah. I rely on IG notes. They might say something on there about it. IG
That's real.
stories, sometimes they might repost when someone else told them happy birthday. And I'm like, oh shit, it's their birthday. Or we might just go the whole year without saying it at all. Maybe we'll remember next time. But yeah, Okaru knew what it was because they had a poster on the wall. Then the lady asked where Momo was at, and he had the nerve to say, what girl?
You serious?
Come on, bro. As
stupid.
if he didn't open the door and yell her
Legit.
name right in her face. Could have came up with a better lie than that. And speaking of Momo, she pulled up to the Shukanoko shrine.
What?
This nigga just
Pulled up
doing
to
a
the shrine
handstand.
out of pure interest. Realized it was a scam when this guy tells her that people here used to worship a giant snake. They believed it lived in a volcano, and whenever it was hungry, it caused eruptions. So the villagers decided that in order to save most, some needed to be sacrificed. So they offered one of their children, and apparently ever since that, there was no more eruptions. Praying to it seemed to be enough. So she heads back to the crib.
I'm home. You see any gold?
Yeah, buddy, you're done.
Imagine getting home and seeing
Now tell me, this is the question I want to ask. When we leave them inside this house the first time, they was fully clothed, not tied up. These niggas had all their clothes on, without no jock strings and stuff like that. Please tell me what they did to them just now. What did they do to them just now for them to be dressed like this and them other niggas tie up on the floor? They got their clothes on, dude.
this. What could y'all have
These niggas got their clothes off. What the hell they do to these children inside there? And these old mash-up women look like flicking cement blocks, just grinning up.
possibly been doing?
Remember,
And
like
whatever
Donald
it
Trump.
was, did it require stripping down to your cloth?
I'm telling you though.
And I swear, Momo loves this kick right here. Felt like I seen her do it like 4 times now, but this guy runs in, grabs the head, brings him in,
here.
busted the nostrils.
This
And
was
not gonna
realistic, too,
lie,
'cause she
they
hurt herself,
need to
too.
take Adam Eve's powers and give it to Momo, because there's no reason for them to be pulling off the same moves. Momo has unironically been way more creative with her powers than Eve has with hers. And she can't
boy.
even do half the shit Eve can with hers. I promise, give it to Momo and she'll make better use of it. Anyways.
Nigga, what?
Now he done lost the plot. He forgot his whole reason
Sick
he was
nigga,
here, but
freak.
look at that spinning
Bah.
hook kick. Then she
Boy,
gets
she been
swung
kicking him
over, blocks
all
the
day.
gut punch, grabbed the table, but she ain't done.
Yeah, you're done,
Yeah,
buddy.
you're not having kids. Then this one comes up, connects a mean headbutt, but Turbo Granny pops up, and I guess that scared him enough to
What's up,
bust his ass looking in the
Yukiko?
bottom. Then the top Granny runs in with a double kick, grabs the couch.
Goddamn.
And Momo must be naturally gifted, because how the she blocks the
Yeah,
first
she
hit,
dodging
turns
up,
her
she's
body blocking
weaving.
the follow-up. Lady throws like 3 punches. Momo slips the first kick, weaves the second. Like, her defense is actually crazy.
Yeah,
When
ain't
did she
bad.
learn how to do this? She may have got sent flying, but she ate all of that. But this is when we find out what's really going on with this village. The volcano eruptions didn't stop because of the prayers. It stopped because of them. The Keto family has been making offerings to that giant snake for the last 200 years. This house is directly over the altar, so over the years, they've been constantly building new houses over this spot, making it their mission to invite people to live here so they can sacrifice them.
Which
And
is sick
that's what
work.
most likely happened to Gigi's parents. He thinks they're sick at a hospital, but in reality, they're in a snake's digestive system.
Damn.
So they try
they
setting
been
Momo
on
down.
that.
She pulls herself up, but they're guarding the rim crazy. That's gotta be goaltending. Luckily, the guys woke up, but they all just ended up falling in.
And everybody ended up getting eat.
Yeah, this one for sure didn't make it. Fell directly on the edge, all neck
Yeah.
too. And if he did survive,
Break his
don't
neck,
expect
snap
to be
his
walking
spinal cord.
anytime soon.
Yeah,
but we
vegetable
see
for
that
life.
Gigi's holding on for his life.
Nah, you don't want that Spider-Man fate. She's better off not getting caught because
Almost
he
turned out
yanked
like
that.
someone else I know. But
Yeah,
he
boy.
just happened to fall directly on that thing, because that's definitely not a snake. That's when Momo found out this whole conspiracy about the snake and the volcano and the sacrifices.
Why the hell it have normal teeth? What the hell this is right here? Why does it have 2 rows of normal teeth? What does need normal teeth for? And it perfect, lined up perfect and everything with the little highlight, you know, the ring light around the face. I don't understand.
That's when Momo found out this whole conspiracy about the
dentist?
snake and the volcano and the sacrifices were all fake. Y'all was just feeding a giant earthworm the last 200 years. They started doing some dance just to get ate.
Yeah, buddy, you're done.
So they ran to hide in this house when all of a sudden something's wrong with Momo and Okaroon, and now he can't control his power, and Gigi, honestly, he might be fine.
Huh?
The last time we saw Okaroon out of control, he was chomping on Shaboing Boings.
Yeah,
At
boy.
the very least, you'll survive. But yeah, that's the first episode. I plan on doing episode 2, but if it ends on a cliffhanger, I might just have to wait till episode 3. But yeah, I think that show Gotcha that drops on Saturday, so we might check that out too. Also, I didn't forget
yeah.
about Lord of Mysteries. That's gonna drop eventually.
Fire. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe to me. You know how I'm saying. Make sure to go to ImKevin's page, like up and subscribe to him also. Appreciate you. Later, YouTube.